Welcome to another video. Today, I'm going to be ranking all the Baldi basic characters from all the games in a tier list. So this is part 1 of 2, and in this video, I'm going to be ranking all the Baldi basic characters in a tier list, and for part 2 that I'll post it soon, I'll rank all the items in Baldi basics from all the games. So let's start with all Baldi basic characters. And this is actually my own tier list I made myself, as you can see if I go to my account. This is my own tier list I made that includes every single character from every single game. And if I go down, you can see we have every character. We have characters from Birthday Bash, we have characters from Plus here. We even have characters from Classic Mastered, and other random characters. So, with that, let's start. So we start with Zeroth Prize. Very interesting start to this. So, Zeroth Prize. He only appears in Birthday Bash and just as a poster. And he's actually the old, the concept for God Sweep, but missing a very out of time, so he ended up just using a broom image instead. But I kind of like this dude. He kind of looks cool. I gotta admit. He does fit art style well because he reminds me of like Playtime and art style, and I think he's a solid. And I'm going to mainly be going by design for these characters, but I'm also going to go by mechanics. But since he doesn't have any mechanics, but I'm going to treat him like God Sweep. Since he was going to be the original God Sweep, I'm going to treat him as if he has God Sweep's mechanics. So, I would say B. Because design is not anything amazing, because it is a drawing, but it is still a cool design. And God Sweep can be annoying at times if we're going by God Sweep's mechanics. So he can be annoying, but I mean he also be helpful, and he doesn't really cause too many problems. So I think B tier is good for this. First prize. Okay, this one should be pretty easy. So first prize is easily going to A tier because first prize is more helpful than not. A lot of times he actually used to help me get across the hallway very quickly. He can be annoying at times and mess you up sometimes, but especially in Plus, he's not really as much of a problem in Plus because he rarely appears. So I think just for that, I think he gets A tier because most of the time that he does. Actually, maybe high B tier now I'm thinking about it, because again he doesn't appear much in Plus and he does have his downsides, so I don't know if that deserves A. I think I'm going to put him in top of B. Bad Sum. Now, I'm going to go by this character purely off of design since he doesn't have mechanics. Bad Sum appears whenever you power up the game or your save file gets corrupted, and he's actually a really cool character. I actually even based around a whole storyline around him as a fan-made storyline for my game, for my ball-based fan game, because he's such an interesting character, very mysterious. I think for that alone, I think I'm going to go for A on this character. Because having like this alternate, creepy version Baldi, I think that's kind of cool, actually. Especially, it's actually a really creepy error screen. Like most error screens are saying, oh, your game had an error. But this error screen, you tend to get this jump scare, basically. Not a jump scare, but you know what I mean. You don't expect to see that, so. And even sometimes it even shocks me when I'm trying to get mods working and this appears, so I'm going to put him in A. I mean, it's Baldi. He has to go in S. I mean, if he doesn't go in S, then there's no point in this game. But okay, those sides though, especially Baldi's new poster. Baldi, I mean, he's the main character. I mean, there's nothing else to say about him. I mean, it's Baldi. He's the main character, so he has to go at top of S. Well, maybe not top of S, but he has to go in S tier. I mean, he's Baldi. Okay, maybe top of A, actually. I want to save S for the more special characters. But he never had to be top of A. Alright, the Baldloons. I'm going to go off these purely off of color since they're all the same. Except for the red Baldloon, but we'll get to him later. So, this one is the blue Baldloon here. I mean, all of them are pretty similar. So I'm not really sure where I would put him. I mean, it is just Birthday Baldi, but like blue. So it would probably be something like C, I would say. Nothing too crazy. It's just a recolor Baldi, but with some creepy text, and that's about it. And I would put all these in C tier, but I'll like put them differently in the tier list depending on their color. I think the green one's not as good looking, in my opinion. It also looks odd compared to the rest, because all the other ones have a black shirt, but for some reason the green one has a green shirt, which makes them not really fit as well, so I'm going to put them there. Orange ones always looked weird to me. Always looked too much like Baldi with the Could look similar to Baldi's skin color in a way. So I think he's going to go at the bottom here. Purple will probably go here because purple is pretty similar to blue, but I still like blue better. Now the red Baldi is a different story here because he actually is quite different because of a couple of reasons. One, he actually causes the whole place to glitch out, and he like deletes stuff and causes textures to glitch out. But he also appears as a boss in a no boss fight. So just for that, I think he goes in A tier. And I also think he's just generally kind of cool character. It's also very funny to watch him just slide around the place. And I found out in Baldi's classic method, if you run into him, you can send him flying because he has ice physics. So if you bump into him, he will go flying, which is actually kind of funny to do. So I think just for that, he gets A here. I don't think he's as cool with Bad Zone, so I'll put him right here for now. But yeah, I think that's a good solid tier for him. Actually, no, it's probably reserved. No, I think. Yeah, I think right there, actually. I think I put him too high just because of the boss fight. Because there's another character we'll see way later on that has the boss fight too. That I think puts him down here. But I think he does beat these two. So probably top of B. Beans. Now, Beans is an interesting one. Beans is actually a pretty funny character, honestly. Probably one of my favorites in terms of like design and how, and like the voice lines, all that stuff, and the way he acts. But we'll also go about mechanics and how annoying they can be. And Beans can kind of be annoying at times, I will admit. But he also can be helpful as well. Though I feel like it's more impactful to me than it is to the actual characters. So I'd put him in B, I think. I'll put him like here. Actually, no, I'll put him above First Prize because... no, I don't think so, because First Prize can be helpful, while Beans can be helpful too, but I don't know, actually. Because he can be annoying, but he also appears well, and I think I just put him up there. I think that's a good tier for him. Bladder. Bladder is the secret character found in the walls of his school, literally, and just kind of exists. But design-wise, it actually does look pretty good for being a bootleg. And it's actually kind of funny character, so I think just for that, it would go probably top of C tier, I would say. Because at least Bladder's not complete like recolor of the Baldiloons. Bladder does have like different body proportions, especially with the nose and eyes of that, and the ruler. So I think just for that, top of C tier. Bully. Okay, now Bully is an interesting one. Because Bully doesn't really bother me too much, really. He doesn't really cause many issues because he barely blocks me completely during runs. And when he does, I can usually just go around another direction. Or I'm usually okay to just lose an item, just usually it's fine. And also, Bully can actually kind of be helpful, especially nowadays, because Bully can block the eyesight of other characters. And that alone, probably put Bully somewhere in B tier. Also, there's a time in my live stream where Bully blocked Baldi while he's flying on Banana Peel, and he just kind of stopped, and Baldi just stuck bouncing against Bully. It was kind of funny looking, and he was kind of stuck there for quite a long time. But this has been fixed since then, so yeah, but also cool. So I think I'll put him. Also, oh yeah, design-wise, I think Bully is a good character design-wise. I mean, he's a pretty goofy-looking character, and I mean, it's Baldi supposed to be goofy, so I think he would go probably here. Maybe here, I think. Because he also has a simple mechanic. His mechanic isn't too crazy. He just kind of just is a wall. But he can take items. So I think he would go there, I believe. I'm gonna have to move you down since you're all just a poster. So I'll move you down to here, I think. Because I think I gave him too much credit. I'm also going off Baldi's times because that's what I've never seen this character, but I gotta remember this is vanilla, so I gotta go by how the game actually is and just accept that this character is poster. Chuckles! Chuckles is probably a D tier, straight up. Chuckles is like usually not much of a problem. You usually can go in and out of classroom just fine if I'm encountering him. But in mods, usually you might actually get trapped in the room sometimes, and that's it. You get trapped in a room. You usually can have a map screen to survive, or you just end up dying because, well, Chuckles locks you in for quite a long time. And Chuckles design isn't anything too crazy. It's a chalk drawing, so nothing too crazy. And it took me so long to realize it's not even a mouth, this is a mustache, and this is the buck teeth, and these are glasses. I didn't know all that stuff, all these details I really didn't notice about the character. And I think that alone just shows how weird the design is, that I didn't even notice what parts are which. Alright, now we get the animals here. I'm going to do all the animals together here, instead of having them be separate like this. Don't know why it's like this, so I'm going to put them like this instead. So we can do all of them together. So these are the farm animals that were in the game at one point, but no longer exist. So, let's start with the chicken here. The chicken does have a pretty funny sound. So, I think... And of course all these are animals, it's not going to be anywhere like too high. I don't think they'll be higher. They're not going to be higher than B tier, of course. But, I mean, they don't be having downsides, so the push all is going to be in B tier. But, they're probably below all these other characters, so... I would say probably like there for a chicken. And I'm also going by design here. So now we got the cow here. And the cow does have a pretty funny sound. I actually found out the other day that apparently this, the moo sound for the cow is not actually even a cow. Well, it's not even I thought it was Miss Man saying moo, like trying to imitate a cow, but turns out it was the sound of a man crying in such a weird way from like a phrase sound that it was ended up being used for a moo sound, which is I think just for that top of this right here, just because of the fact that the sound was not even Miss Man, it was just some kind of random sound that happened to sound like that. So, yeah. Okay, the pig's actually gonna go above the chicken straight up because I mean just look at this. What is that? Look at these legs. It's so goofy looking. This is such a goofy looking pig. It's just a head with like weird looking legs. I think just that alone just shows how goofy this game is, and I'll put him right there because it's funny. And the sheep will go at the bottom because the sheep is very simple design, just a white blob with a couple legs. And also the sheep doesn't even appear unless you're playing endless mode for the field trip anyways. So this is the various of the animals. So I think that's a good tier for that. Cloudicopter. I'm gonna go by Cloudicopter's mechanics in both Barbs Plus, aka also class method, and also the filtered demo. So Cloudicopter blows wind down halls or blow out your fire in the filtered demo, and that's about it. So not too much to say about Cloudicopter. I do think the mechanics are fair enough. I mean they're simple enough. It just blows wind down the hall, and temporarily that kind of slows it down. But it also does slow down Baldi, so I would say B tier. Probably like I would say higher than Bully because the design is cool. I mean, it's a cloud copter. I also thought the design was pretty cool, and also the mechanics are a little more interesting than Bully. So I think just for that, right here would be good. Arts and Crafters. Now, I've always liked this character. This character, despite not appearing too commonly, I thought Arts and Crafters was an interesting character, even back when I first encountered him. Back when I was like a kid in 2018. Oscar is also such an odd character, but very interesting time. He just would kind of stare at you from a distance and then just run away. But other than that, his actual mechanics is that if you get all 7 upperts, or however many upperts there are on that floor, he will come after you and do this cool little spin attack around you like this, and then teleport you, so like nearby an elevator, and also Baldi. But I think just for the fact that he teleports you by an elevator, I'm gonna say probably pretty high up, like right here. Just because of the fact that Autoscouter's permanence is always much more helpful than not. Usually, I don't really die to Autoscouters. Autoscouters usually actually helps me a lot. So, I think it goes right here. Oh, Dr. Reflex. Now, Dr. Reflex, actually, will go S tier. And let me explain. So, Dr. Reflex is, first of all, just a really cool character in general because of the fact he's Slade modeled. But also, he utilizes the 3D or like the 360 rotation sprites that First Pilot uses, along with using animations like Playtime uses. So basically combine 2 cool gimmicks, such as the rotation sprites and animations, together in one character. And also, Dr. Reflex is so goofy. He just kind of just stare at you randomly around a corner, and then run out to you while saying "ding," and he's just such a funny character, honestly. So I think that alone gives him S tier. He's my favorite character in Ball's Bases, actually, so that's why he's going here, because he's such a funny character. Oh, and about his mechanics, yeah, the mechanics are pretty interesting too. How he gets, when he gets to you, he like turns you all the way around, so he can actually kind of mess you up if you're not careful. And also, his mechanics self-explanatory. He holds up two hands, one with a green circle, one for V0.5.X. You click on the green circle, and you get white piece, and you're done. However, if you run away from him during his test, he will get upset at you and go back to his clinic, grab his percussion hammer, and release squash you and any other character he comes in contact with. But that alone is also pretty fun too, and actually kind of helpful because it means the ball can get you. And also, one thing I do think that could change is that I think is the amount of time you stay squished for. It seems a bit short. Sometimes. I felt, at least at the beginning, I felt like his cooldown much shorter, but I feel like it feels more fair now. Like, I know it hasn't been changed, but I feel like the amount of time I stayed squished feels feasible now. So I think this tier is a good spot for him right here. Top of S. Disky. Disky here is from Birthday Bash exclusively, just like Disky, or just like Z0.5 here, and he will appear on the walls whenever the Baldi here starts glitching out the schoolhouse. Then he will appear, and that's it. He's just kind of wall tested, but he's a very interesting looking character because he's like a glitchy type of Baldi, but not quite Baldi. Kind of interesting. I don't know how high I can really rank him though, but he is interesting though. So I would say probably above Bladder. I don't think I can quite put him in B tier, but I think top of Bladder because he is a pretty interesting character, even if he is just a poster. Joe. Now, Joe pretty much only is really referenced as a name. So Baldi has a buzz, which says Bald's Buzz, but underneath the word Bald, you can see it says Joe, and Baldi just spray painting his name on top of it. So we can assume that he stole a buzz from Joe. And Joe also appears in a pinball machine named after him, Joe's Ultimate Bus Ride, I think it's called. Other than that, there's not much to know about this character, besides I guess this design here that I have. But other than that, there's not too much to say about him, so I'm going by purely design, so that's the only thing we have to go off of. So I'm gonna put him here. I think his design's more interesting than these Baldi. Actually, I might do this. I thought the Baldi are actually just kind of boring. They're kind of skin, so I think they'll go there. He is better drawn than Z0.5's, but he's also not as interesting as a kid like Bladder here. No, okay, maybe I might even do like, because at the end of the day, Bladder is just supposed to be like a bootlegger Baldi, so I think this is more fitting since he is the original character right here. But not as interesting as Disky here, this weirdly character we still don't know anything about. Johnny. Now, my opinion about Johnny would be much higher if he didn't raise his prices like twice. One in 0.5, one 0.6, or 0.5. And so, it makes me wonder, is it about to rise again 0.6? Because we have patterns. We have 0.4, then 0.5. So, hopefully that raises prices again. He is going to apparently become 3D, I think, or supposedly, in the next update. But, at the time of recording this, 0.5 is the latest version, or 0.5.2. But, I think that Johnny will probably go, I'm also going by design here, so I think he would probably go kind of a low BT. I think he's right here probably. He's more interesting than Helicopter, but at the end of the day, he's just a shopkeeper that sells items to you. I think he would be much higher up if you could sell items back to him. So if you could sell like items to him for what a piece, he would probably be like maybe like here. I think he would go up like a rank if that was the case. But other than that, I think that's a good spot for Johnny here. Me. That is his name. Me. AKA Mistman12 here. He appears in the true ending of Bobby's Classic Method after defeating Lich, which is right here, or Baldi, whatever you want to call him. I call him Lich. And other than that, he just kind of exists. So, I guess he would go probably like here, I guess. He is kind of just a cameo, so maybe right there actually even. He is just a cameo, so I don't think he is too interesting. Sorry, Miss Man, I just think that I always think it's cool when developers do a self-insert. I don't do it correctly and don't do it like overdo it, but Other than that, that's really all he does. He does say thanks for playing my game, but I don't think that is too much of a character, so we go right here. Miss Pomp. So Miss Pomp is an interesting one because she doesn't have to review my runs very often, maybe because I'm kind of good at the game, so I usually can get to class on time. But she definitely is a run ender, basically, if you don't make it to a class. So she does have a good amount of risk and reward. Yeah, speaking of reward, she gives you 100 YPs if you get to a class, which I mean that's fine. But the current amount of YPs you need, that's not really as good. I still think she'll go in B tier, but I think she'll probably go kind of. I mean, design-wise, she is a cool kid design-wise as well. So I think she'll go probably like above Johnny, since Johnny's just like a regular kid. While Miss Pomp is a more interesting character. I don't think she goes above Beans, because I like Beans' design better. He's kind of goofy looking. And Miss Pomp is kind of like a regular person's head in a shoe, so I think she'll go right here. And I'm going by mechanics as well. Crazy Baby. I bet you guys don't know who this is. And to be honest, I don't completely know either. Basically, this character appears on the bulletin board when you first meet Noel in the basement, before Baldi covers it up with his plans for the trick machine. He also appears for like a split second in the Bob-Based Classic Remastered trailer, but other than that, that's kind of it. He also appears in Miss Man's old game called Vince the Crazy Baby, where you had to like defeat him to win. This one might actually go down to D tier because it's kind of a shot baby heads. I think you'll go bottom D tier here because it's just random. Speaking of random, we have Place Phase here. I honestly kind of don't like this character in a way because I played a lot of mods and I feel like this character is so overused because he's this in the code and the only way to activate him is by turning him on in the code, and so basically every modder ever puts him in just because of the fact that they can. Which I mean, that's nothing wrong with that, but he's just kind of like everywhere, so he kind of gets bored after a while, especially when all he does is just wander around, open doors and stuff like that, so he might have to go right here. He's better than the baby character, though, at least, but I mean, he's got to go right down here, because he's not even that in touch with a character design, he's just kind of floating head, a floating original bully head. So I think you go right there, especially since it's overused. Also, here's an interesting one, the player, aka Capsule Collider. Capsule Collider is, well, the character you play as, and actually this is like the older design. There's like a new design, which is like more like an actual capsule instead of a cylinder. But otherwise, it's just the player's model here. It's just a regular cylinder, so this one actually goes even lower than Baby, because at least Baby is at least a photoshopped head, but this is just a straight up like cylinder, so yeah. And the mechanics, we're not even going by mechanics because it's just the player, so yeah. Playtime. Now, a lot of people find playtime pretty annoying, and I kind of see why, but she also isn't too bad, especially for new changes. They can jump up minigame, and her jump up's faster, so she isn't actually that bad of a character. And I do like her mechanics of like being like having like a minigame to actually get past her, so she actually go kind of high up here. I think she's good about Miss Pomp, and heck, even maybe. I mean, she's also pretty iconic, so I think she has to go above Beans here. I'm also going by the design, too. I know the design is just a drawn kid with scribbled hair, but, you know, that's kind of iconic, you know? Everyone loves the playtime, even though they might be annoying at times. You gotta admit, her design is actually pretty good. So, I think she goes right here. Principal. A lot of people also find Principal pretty annoying, but honestly, he isn't that bad, honestly. You just gotta, well, just follow the rules. I mean, it's that simple. Yeah, I don't have too much fun on Principal, really, because I don't get attention, like, that often, because I don't usually have the time, I don't usually, and I go in faculty rooms often, stuff like that, and run often, but as long as you stop before he sees you, you're fine. He is actually really annoying in the classic versions of the game, though, especially like the older classic versions, but other than that, Principal Camp's actually pretty well designed, of having like this whole like you gotta follow the rules or else you get in trouble, but you can break the rules as long as you don't see. I kind of like the mechanics. So I think he's not a very iconic character. Literally, he's gonna be always there along with Baldi. He's like one of the other. He's like the only character besides Baldi to always be guaranteed. So he'll probably go above playtime, I would say, right here. Because I do like his mechanics, and I think he could above playtime right here. But not as cool as first prize, because first prize can actually be helpful. Gotta sweep. We shot this character earlier with 0 prize, but yeah, gotta sweep just pushes the characters around, stuff like that. So he can't be annoying, but also can be helpful. It is kind of satisfying to watch him sweep around a lot of characters, so I would say somewhere I think I would say above beans. Not as interested in playtime though, but I'd say like right here. He also is just an image to a broom, so I'd say right there. Actually, I mean he does just push around characters, so I don't know. I'm trying to go by design and mechanics, and it makes it very difficult to decide where I would put them just based off of both mechanics and design. Because at the end of the day, he is just a broom, but I guess that is kind of iconic too. So I think he has to go up here to main cast. I'll say right there. The test. I don't like this dude. I mean, his mechanics are cool, stuff like that. I do like the mechanics, but I never liked the Weeping Angel type AI like some games have. And it has no exception. And the blinding effect also lasts a very long time. It is only 2 minutes, but 2 minutes is a lot of time ball basics, so you have to go probably in D tier. So I might even put him down in D tier here. Right here. Okay, now he goes about Chockles. He is kind of cool design wise and very creepy. You never expect him, so he has to go there. I would say. Null. Okay, so Null is who I talked about earlier with Baldi. He is going straight up into S tier right beside Dr. Reflex. Actually, he's going above Dr. Reflex actually because Null is a very interesting character. He only appears secret endings. He has his whole boss fight, everything. Actually, no, I think he goes below Dr. Reflex. And let me explain why. He is so fast. Like, especially at the beginning, when you're trying to get talk races and all that stuff to get all the numbers. He is so fast, and it's actually quite annoying. He also crashes the game when he catches you, so I don't think I can give him the full S tier, because he actually is kind of annoying. But Dr. Reflex, he's a cool character all around, so that's why I'm keeping him here. And I think that's my tier list. I want to see if there's any changes I can make to this. And I'll see you guys in just a moment. Okay, so I made some adjustments to the tier list, and this is the final result. So first of all, I moved down to Baldi and created Baby down to E tier. E tier is now going to stand for because I mean, that's how I feel with all designs. They're kind of like I mean, they not really have mechanics, and so I'm going by pure design, and it's kind of like we call Baldi's with random text. Photoshop baby head. My bad, this might go here. Actually, it's just a Photoshop baby head here, so. Look at that. I don't think any designs are bad, which is why nothing is an F. And E is only really standing for so that's why. I can just do that right there. There you go. E for And then otherwise, so D tier is supposed the same here. And C tier is supposed the same, except for these kids move down here. I did some adjustments up here too. So let's start up here. So first of all, I moved Baldi up here too because he's way too iconic to just be in B tier. So I move up here, but not as high as Baldi because he does have a boss fight. Baldi does not. But in Baldi, of course, above Batsum. But Batsum is still very interesting and mysterious character. And like I said, I'm making my whole storyline based off him. Cause I feel like he could be a really interesting character storyline if he was ever implemented. So he's going here. And then for B tier, I have first prize at the top because, I mean, he's a pretty friendly character. He can help you a lot. He doesn't break windows, which is kind of satisfying to do if you can ever get that lined up. He's also sometimes easy to avoid. You can use safe scissors to cut his wires. You also can just hope that you can get by him before he chases after you. And you can like go into a room or a hall to dodge him as well. So there's multiple ways to dodge him. So I think that alone gets him here. Auto characters is up here too. Okay, can be pretty helpful. Like half the time, I would say. The other half you can mess you up. So he's staying here. And also we have playtime here because I feel like playtime is too iconic and mechanics are actually pretty good to jump up minigame. And also she's made better because you can literally go around a corner. You can also use safe scissors and other stuff like that to like cancel a minigame out. So there's multiple ways to completely avoid her. So I think that should go here. In principle, it doesn't become this problem, and his actual design is not the most interesting. I mean, it's just kind of like a person here. I think he's actually Mistman. So yeah, not too interesting of a design here, so he's to go here. Beans does have a more interesting design, but mechanic-wise, I don't think he's that iconic, and his mechanic can be easily avoided just by going to the side. I personally don't really get hit by Beans again unless it's like a long hallway with like no doors, so hallways. And Miss Palms is straight up kind of annoying because she just takes you to the classroom and so that. I mean, not really annoying. It's just kind of mechanics, kind of basic. She just tells you to go to class. You get there, you get points, or you get dragged there and almost guaranteed to lose. Also, he just kind of puts kids around. It is fun to kind of watch, but you also can't be. But at the time, he's gonna have Baldi, so yeah. Johnny went even lower because seriously, Johnny, stop raising prices. And also, Johnny doesn't even technically do anything. He kind of just there selling items, so he doesn't really do too much. Now I think everything else here is the same. So, what do you guys think of my tier list? Let me know in the comments. And also, I'll link this tier list down below. Of course, it's my own tier list, but I'll link it down below if you guys want to check out my tier list here, my template, and make your own tier list using my template here, and share it to me. I have a Discord server, and a link down below. They can share it to me. And if you can't join Discord, you can also send me it in my DMs on X, or you make a post and tag me in it. Or, if you're able to, make a YouTube post, like a video or a community post, and tag me in that as well, and I can see it there. So feel free to share your tier list, cause I'd love to hear your thoughts. And also feel free to share your thoughts with the video. Cause I've been wanting to do tier list videos for quite a while, but I wasn't able to because a while back I didn't have a voice, so it's kind of hard to do a tier list without a voice. And then I did eventually do a voice video, but I kind of forgot what the whole tier list idea. And recently I've been wanting to do a tier list because I've been seeing people do it again for more basic stuff. And so I tried to make my own tier list with every single character from every single game here. But this is literally every single character in the entire game. Not counting like characters like Doug or characters like that. That's the only mentioned, or like Baldi's wife. Not counting the characters that are only mentioned. I'm only counting characters that at least have an image here. And all these characters here at least have an image. Even someone like Joe, who is the only reference in game apart from having this random image. So as long as the characters have an image, I put them here, even if they are barely referenced at all. Because it's so interesting to try to rank them by design wise, like I did with Joe here, and also kind of just by the correlation with the game. Like I did Bad Sum here, because he's a very interesting character in terms of like how mysterious he is. But yeah, and also feel free to let me know what you agree and disagree on. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then leave a like. And subscribe, because every now and then, I might do tier lists. And also, I do Barbarians content as well, so subscribe to the Barbarians gameplay as well. And also, subscribe for part 2, where I rank all the Barbarians items from every single game. Don't forget to check out my game, Barbarians V0.5.X Mastered. This game recently received an overhaul demo, that is a demo of what's going to be included in the full overhaul, so don't forget to check it out. You can find it in my socials link down below in the description. But with that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. So thank you for watching, and peace out!